Okay, good morning, everybody.
In the morning, you have to talk loud over the canner.
Yeah, it's canner. Got canner going. Deer processing. It's Friday.
That's right.
Last of the deer to process. So that's good.
Yep.
And that there.
How many quarts did you say we got?
64 quarts. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Today, faith without good deeds is dead. James chapter 2, starting at verse 14. What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you say, goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well, but then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough unless it produces good deeds. It is dead and useless. Now, some may argue some people have faith, others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. You say you have faith, for you believe that there is one God. Good for you. Even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. How foolish. Can't you see that faith without good deeds is useless? Don't you remember that your ancestor Abraham has shown to be right with God by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see, his faith and his actions worked together. His actions made his faith complete. And so it happened just as the scriptures say. Abraham believed God, and God counted him as righteous because of his faith. He was even called the friend of God. So you see, we are shown to be right with God by what we do, not by faith alone. Rahab the prostitute is another example. She was shown to be right with God by her actions when she hid those messengers and sent them safely away by a different road. Just as the body is dead without breath, so also faith is dead without good works. And now the commentary. When someone claims to have faith, what that person may have is intellectual assent, agreement with a set of Christian teachings, and as such, it would be incomplete faith. True faith transforms our conduct as well as our thoughts. If our life remains unchanged, we don't truly believe the truth we claim to believe. We cannot earn our salvation by serving and obeying God, but such actions show that our commitment to God is real. Deeds of loving service are not a substitute for, but rather a verification of, our faith in Christ. At first glance, this verse seems to contradict Romans 3:28. We are made right with God through faith and not by obeying the law. But deeper investigation shows that the teachings of James and Paul are not at odds. While it is true that our good deeds can never earn salvation, true faith always results in a changed life and good deeds. Paul speaks against those who try to be saved by deeds instead of true faith. James speaks against those who confuse mere intellectual assent with true faith. After all, even demons know who Jesus is, but they don't obey him. James chapter 2, verse 19. True faith involves a commitment of your whole self to God. James says that Abraham was shown to be right with God for what he did because he believed God. Romans 4, verses 1 through 5. James and Paul's messages are not contradicting but complementing each other. Let's not conclude that the truth is blending of these two statements. We are not justified by what we do in any way. True faith always results in good deeds, but the deeds do not justify us. Faith brings us salvation. Active obedience demonstrates that our faith is genuine. Rahab lived in Jericho, a city the Israelites conquered as they entered the promised land. Joshua chapter 2. When Israel's spies came to the city, she hid them and helped them escape. In this way, she demonstrated faith in God's purpose for Israel. As a result, she and her family were saved when the city was destroyed. Hebrews 11:31 lists Rahab among the heroes of faith.
One key thing I always like to keep in my mind is when you're doing the things, when you're doing the good works, to help someone, don't walk away thinking, well, they'll know that it's because of God.
Mm-hmm.
You verbally tell them about God so that they will connect the good works with the faith.
Yeah.
Because a non-believer is not going to automatically connect the two.
Yeah, they just think, oh, he's a nice person.
He's a nice person, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
The reason we're a nice person is because we're trying to show the love of God.
Yeah.
Because God is love.
Yeah.
You know, God is where our love comes from.
Yeah.
So we have to verbalize that and make sure that they understand that it's because of that.
Yeah. And, you know, I guess just, again, for myself, when someone claims to have faith, what that person may have is intellectual assent. And true faith transforms our conduct as well as our thoughts. And I just relate to myself, thinking of the way I used to be, where, again, you know, sure, it's real easy to go to the bars and the strip clubs and, you know, beat somebody down at work and all that, and then on the other side of your mouth say, oh yeah, I'm a follower of Christ. Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it. Exactly. You're exactly right. That's why even now I look back at that and say, I can't go back to that. I mean, that was wrong. It was absolutely, that was not reflecting the love of God.
Right.
You know, I didn't truly have a grip on what I thought I did.
I've had my share of times where I've led more people away than to Christ.
Yeah.
And still claim
Yeah.
I was Christian. You know, that's in my history too.
And so we have it on both ways. We can't on one point say we're Christians and push people away.
Right.
And then on the other hand, we can't help somebody and not say about Christ too.
Right.
So that's, you know,
Very good point.
yeah, you have to go the other way. You have to, if you're going to do something, and you don't necessarily have to verbalize it all the time, but
No, but they need to know that that's why.
yeah. Especially if they ask, you know, why
Oh,
are you
yeah,
doing
absolutely.
this? You can say, well, because I'm trying to show you the mercy of God.
But don't miss the opportunity. Let's say if it's a stranger and that might be the only time you ever meet them.
Yeah.
Don't miss the opportunity with your actions to share the love of Christ verbally.
Right.
Because you might not never see them again.
Right. Plant a seed.
Right.
Okay. Hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.